Welcome to LSC Sports, local sports channel Hampton. We're at the Penn South Conference 10 quarterfinals here at War Memorial Stadium. I'm here with my partner, Wayne Gomes, Hall of Famer. Wayne, two Peninsula District teams, Bethel and Kecoughtan. Kecoughtan coming in at 6-10, Bethel at 10-6. What do you expect?
I'm just happy to be playing baseball or watching baseball. We've been trying to watch this game for, it looks like about over a month now. You know, when we were supposed to schedule do this game at Hampton High School when we had Bethel versus Hampton. I'm expecting a clear day of baseball and good quality baseball as we normally get in the Peninsula District, and two good teams that are really hungry and looking to get to the next level.
Yeah, we have Josh Husby pitching for Kecoughtan, and on the mound right now it's Cam Wetzler, one of the Wetzler brothers, on the mound for Bethel.
Right, senior year. You know, he's looking to end on a high note and leave a legacy for his name at his high school.
He's got 4 Wetzlers in the program, I guess.
They can play.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they can play. I've watched all of them play for the last several years, and all of them are class kids that really work hard, and they definitely love the game.
It's like,
class family.
Dylan Updike, it looks like he just grounded out to first for Kecoughtan. So Wyatt Slater now, Wayne, the second batter. He's a second baseman, number 36, lefty. A little high inside pitch from Wetzler. Finally got, like you said, Wayne, finally got some baseball in. A little rain earlier, but sun shines out, shining on War Memorial Stadium. Great facility here, man.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome in the Morgan family. They really care about providing quality baseball to the Hampton Roads area, and they take a lot of pride in this field.
Ground ball to Wetzler. Wetzler runs over like a running back and throws it over to first base for the second out for Bethel.
Being able to field your position, it's a big part of being hold that position as a pitcher. You know, you can throw the ball and trying to locate the ball in the strike zone, but when that ball is hit back up the middle, you also have a responsibility of trying to field your position and saving yourself an out too. That can change the game around. You know, you get to be able to play your position as well.
A little history with teams here. Bethel, a few years ago, I think it was 08, Wayne, when they went to the state semifinals, one game away from the state championship, coached by Brett Wheeler, who actually played at Kecoughtan and actually coached Kecoughtan as well, as Wetzler goes over to first base and gets the third out. So these teams trying to get back to the postseason after this conference tournament. Yeah. Minchfield's #1 seed. Gloucester won earlier today. So let's see if some of these Hampton teams can move forward.
Well, that was a good job by Wetzler. You know, he definitely came out throwing the ball in the strike zone and ready to roll.
Now for Kecoughtan, it's going to be Josh Husby, Wayne. I've heard a lot about this kid. You've coached him. What should we look for him?
You know, he's their guy. You know, he's their guy. He's their horse. And you know, when you have your horse on the mound in a game like this, you should expect him to get deep in the ball game, and they're going to win and lose with him out there. You know, so you know.
He has a brother, Justin Husby, who's a catcher, freshman. So you got Husbys and Wetzlers.
Hey, just like the Wetzler family, the Husby family is full of good kids that love baseball. They love being out there, and they take pride into it. They really enjoy being out there. I've watched them on the other side of the field. You know, it came through my summer camps, you know, years ago, right here on this War Memorial Field, and they have a passion for the sport, and it definitely shows by the way they play the game.
And he's a good size kid. I didn't realize he was that tall. Oh, yeah. Number 16 there. Looks maybe about 6'3", 6'4" in height. Good size. I heard he has all the stuff as well. And of course, Ethan Carter is the coach over at Kecoughtan. You know him pretty well. You know pretty much everybody on the field, but you actually coach Ethan Carter.
I coached Ethan. I watched him play in college. I love the way he coaches the game. I mean, this Kecoughtan team is lucky to have him. You know, he does a really good job of teaching the game the right way. He played at a high-profile program, and he has a lot to offer to these kids.
State championship pitcher over at Minchfield, where he pitched, started at Denby, went to Minchfield and won a state championship.
College World Series too.
Yep. So he's a winner, and that's what Kecoughtan needs, a winner to come into the program and bring that winning attitude. So again, Kecoughtan coming in with a record of 6-10, uncharacteristic of them. They usually have a top-notch program. Lost a lot of seniors in the last couple years. Nate Matheson, to name one, he was a big-time player. Have another kid over at Norfolk State. So they lost some good talent. They're just trying to regroup and use Ethan Carter's experience to bring them back on top. Looks like Cameron Huey is up to bat for Bethel as Husby gets a high on that first pitch. It's ball one. Swing and a miss by Huey. You see the stuff early by Husby.
Yeah, Husby got some really good mechanics. I love watching him throw. You know, he uses that big, tall, long frame. You know, one thing that always discouraged me when you have a pitcher that has that size who doesn't use it. He does a really good job of using those long legs and really reaching out there, shortening the distance between home plate and the pitcher's mound is what I would say. Really stretching out there and reaching out there.
So it's 2-1 as Husby goes into the stretch. Another high 3-1. He's trying to get Huey to bait, but Huey's not taking it. It's 3-1 now.
Regardless of this at bat, you know, your leadoff guy, is his responsibility is to see a lot of pitches, you know, see what he's throwing, what he can throw for strikes, and he's already done a good job. And he's thrown 5 pitches already, and regardless if he gets out or not, I mean, he can go back to the dugout and say, hey, I saw this. He pitch in, he throws, he changes speeds, the ball's come out of this slot. He has a lot to offer already.
Good call, Wayne, as he had 2 high early pitches in the count, and he gets in what looks like a changeup. And I'm impressed with Husby already. Good stuff so far. As here's Joey Santos, the Norfolk State signee. Great pitcher. He's playing center tonight. But I'm really impressed by him on the mound. But he's also a good player at the plate. Joey Santos, again, Norfolk State signee. I think they got a steal in Santos. A little outside there by Husby. Santos just not the prototypical height for a pitcher at the Division I level, but he's going to try to give it a go. I don't know if Norfolk State's going to change his position or not, but.
And I understand exactly what you're saying about he's not a prototypical height, and I get all that. But from a scouting standpoint, I never understood. I mean, if you just watch Major League Baseball, and I mean, there's an MVP in Boston, a second baseman, is not that what you would say that prototypical type, and I don't see why others wouldn't follow along and say, you know, this isn't basketball. I mean, it's not how tall you are and how big you look. It's how many times how you hit the baseball and how you can run the bases and how far you can hit it.
A lot of scouts and teams always go on measurables, but the old saying is you can't measure heart. You know what I mean? So
sometimes you have to throw out the window.
Yeah. So Santos is down in the count 1-2 as he gets a little dribble to second base. Bobbles a little bit, slips, but just in time to get Santos.
You know, going back to that point, you know, Kevin Durant, I know it's a different sport. You know, they asked him to go to the combine, and he went to the combine, and they had him bench press, and they were laughing at the fact that he couldn't only bench press, you know, I don't know, X amount of weight, 225 or what it is, like 4 or 5 times, and they were laughing and calling him weak. And how that turned out for some teams who might have passed on him because he didn't do well with combine.
He's another good prospect, Wayne. Elijah Robertson.
Well, I've had Elijah in my program since he was 10 years old, and I've watched him grow, and I can't say how proud I am of him. He's been announced first team all conference at his position. And
that's awesome.
So and Kim gave him a big hug before the game and just told him, and I wish the best for him. Great kid, great family, and the sky's the limit for him.
Got to be a proud moment for you. You
proud moment
when he was young. You know what I mean?
Proud moment
to see
for
him
me.
progress.
Yeah.
So it's 2-0 on the count.
I did off as 2-0. He just fouled one off. Unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, you're right. Oh. That might drop, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder. Good catch. And that's Hunter Roundtree on the catch. Great sliding catch in the outfield there. And it's a little wet, so you think he would stumble a little bit, but it was a great catch. So Elijah tried to put his bat out there and put it in play, but good play by the center fielder Roundtree. So we have 0-0 after 1. As it looks like Husby's gonna have to. He's gonna bring his stuff, so you're gonna have to put the bat out there and get some hits off of him early. Rattle him a little bit.
From a pitcher standpoint, I always like to see quick innings, low pitch count, and that was right up my alley. They both pitchers throwing the ball in the strike zone, got it behind a couple guys, fought their way back into the count, and won the battle.
You always hear about lefty. I see that Wessler's a lefty. How hard is it for a batter to adjust to a left-handed pitcher?
It's an advantage for a right-hander because everything is coming to you. His breaking ball is coming to you. His fastball is coming to you. So most right-handed batters like to see that. Now, from a left-handed standpoint, the batter, the ball seems to be coming like it's coming from behind you. If I see he's throwing, Wetzel's throwing on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side of the rubber, or however you look at it from our angle. I would like to see him on the other side of the rubber, because you have such an advantage for a left-hander because the ball is perceived that it's coming from behind you, and nobody wants to stay in the box when the ball is coming from behind you. It's just your natural reaction to want to get out the way or bail. You just have to have that extra sense of wanting to stay in the box just a hair longer. So. On left, pitcher has a big time matchup. You don't see it very often. You're seeing a different perspective. So you don't see too many left-hand pitchers. So it's kind of a novelty.
There's a lot of switch hitters also in the game. And this is Husby. I don't know how he is at the bat, but he's up the bat now against Wetzler as he takes the first pitch as a ball.
I'm not sure if I get this defense by Elijah over at third base. He's in the grass and he's way off the line. I'd like to see him a little deeper. I don't think Husby's going to bunt here. If he does, I'll be willing to give it to him. On cue, he backs up a half a step.
Yeah. Two balls and one strike on Husby. Josh Husby, the senior. He's 2-3 on the season as a pitcher. At the plate right now, 2-1. I was outside by Wetzler. So it's going to be a 3-1. This is definitely what they call a hitter's count, Wayne.
Yep, that's it. Hey, you see something fast, something hard down the middle right here. You got to come unglued with a good hard swing.
Pitch. It's 3-2 full count here. Wetzler comes out of the box a little bit. Just hooks it foul into the bullpen over there in right field. Again, high school and college aluminum bats. You're gonna hear that ting off of the bat, and of course the pros, they go to the wooden variety. Is there a difference, Wayne, in the aluminum and wood? Or is it just an adjustment?
Oh, it's a big time.
That's going to drop into right field. I don't think the right fielder saw it. Husby's on his horse. He's going to slip. He was trying to go for two, but slipped on that first base bag.
Well, that play had a lot going on, and I tell you what we learned so far. That sun in right field, because the first baseman and the right fielder lost that ball. And another thing I saw is Husby missed first base going around the first base, and that's why I would think that's why he didn't push it a little bit at trying to stretch that to a double, because the right fielder got that ball extremely late because he never saw it. The first baseman didn't see it. The right fielder didn't see it. In fact, he's over there squinting that it's a tough sun over there. And I think Husby saw that because the play was right in front of him. And he was trying so hard to get to second base. I think he completely missed first.
He tried to come back and correct himself. But the difference between the aluminum and wood, Wayne, is it that adjustment from?
Yeah, but these bats now are a lot closer to wood than they were. Oh man, that was close. So close. They're a lot closer to the wood, the ball, the way the ball jumps off the bat than they were when I was playing. Actually, now it's called BB core.
So they tried to get the pinch runner there for Kecoughtan. They tried to get him sleeping, but he went back just in time.
That's a great bunt.
Great bunt by Kecoughtan as Wetzler goes over and throws it to.
It's a great bunt. You know, bunting now is kind of a lost art, man. You know, you don't see it much in the major leagues unless it's from the National League side of the thing with the pitcher. And some of the pitchers hit so good now they don't even use it. High school baseball, they might incorporate a little more. But and it was a big part of the game when I was playing, and now it's kind of died. That was a great job of bunting because the third baseman was, I mean, literally right down his throat. I mean, he was right on him. He bunts the third baseman. That could be a double play.
That's Robertson over there, though.
Mm-hmm.
So Wessler, first pitch is a ball. This is Justice McDowell for Kecoughtan. The guy on second, 1 out. 0-0 so far here at War Memorial Stadium. It's a pop-up over us, Wayne. So it's going to be a 1-1. We're in the top of the second. Kecoughtan threatening to score with the man on second.
Oh boy. See, I have a problem with that right there. I like to play by the shortstop. I saw the daylight play all day long. But from a pitcher standpoint, if there's no play there, don't throw that ball. Don't throw it. And there was no space. There was no chance he was going to get him out. You know, I like the idea. I love you making him stop his feet at second base, but I think the throw wasn't necessary.
Wessler calls it off, and he's going to make the catch. It's 2 outs. Good call by Wessler.
Yeah, that's not his ball.
Should have been first base.
That first baseman's got to take over that. Take that over. As a pitcher, you want to be able to field your position, but on fly balls and when you have to actually backpedal and go back, it kind of disorients you. And you know you have other guys. I like to say, hey, let the athletes catch the ball.
Because he's coming off of that mound.
Right. And then you have to back up and you have to go over that mound. You don't expect the mound to be there because it's a little incline.
It's like the mound it's not as steep as it once was.
Yeah, it's hard to see from right here. They do a good job of that mound, but yeah, it's hard to tell. It looks just like a flat surface from here, but I've been on it a few times and it's crowned up pretty nice.
So ball 1 on Wessler's first pitch. It's
that sun in right field, in the right side of the field, is giving the guys a lot of trouble.
It is.
You look at your right fielder, look at your second baseman, your first baseman keeps going up there. If a fly ball goes over there, you got to tell your guys, look, man, you're running.
Yep.
You're running hard.
This is Tyler Hauser at the play for Kecoughtan. This is 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs here. Kecoughtan the only hit here in this top of the second. Up the middle, and this could score a run. Deshaun with a dive, doesn't get it. Santos picks it up, and Kecoughtan's going to get on the board. Wayne, 1-0. Yeah. Great piece of hitting by Hauser. And with a pitcher like Husby, that's like 3 or 4 runs on the board.
You're right.
Great piece of hitting right there.
My takeaway from that was the shortstop, him laying out for that ball. I know he didn't knock it down, but if he had a chance to knock it down, it would have saved a run. But it was a big-time effort by him. The last thing I hate to see is guys that know they can't catch the ball and make the play, just don't lay out and try to knock it down, because if he would have, it would have saved a run.
That's right. That was Nick Deshaun.
Yeah, good effort.
Shortstop. So 1-0 Kecoughtan here in the second. As they haven't, the 2 hits, Wayne, that was probably the cleanest hit. The second hit was caught in the sun. So, they got a good clean hit on that one right up the middle.
Yeah.
Over to third, Elijah bobbles it, goes over to Deshaun, and they're not going to have a play. It's going to be an error on the third baseman. It's Elijah Robertson. But he kind of
That ball caught him right in between hops. You got to get one or the other. You got to come and get the big one or wait on the smaller one. But he charged at it, and it caught him right in between. It's a play I've seen him make 1,000 times. He just didn't make that one.
Yeah, he did take a funny hop off of the green there. This is Hunter Roundtree at the plate for Kecoughtan, and they're getting at Wessler, swinging at everything now. He has to hold here. They got two guys. They got one on second and one on first. They cannot afford to have any damage here in the second. Already got one run in this inning. Another throw.
Out. He's out.
Good play by Wessler, and that was Deshaun. Yep. We said earlier, don't do it. This time they had space, and they got it.
He had space. Yep.
But a run was scored in that inning, so now it's Bethel's turn to get to Husby, but it's going to be a difficult task to do that.
4 or 6 that took the base. Shortstop. It was a shortstop, wasn't it? It's going to be third out. The second one. They left one on at the end of an inning and a half. The Warriors over the Bethel Bruins 1-0.
So we are here at War Memorial Stadium. I'm here with former Phoebus star, former Old Dominion star, former Major League pitcher, Mr. Wayne Gomes.
Yeah, it wasn't to be stars at Phoebus on the baseball field, so I was former Phoebus player. I'll give you the star at Old Dominion,
okay.
and you didn't say star in the Major League, and that was rightfully so.
But you made it, though.
I
made it to the big leagues,
I made it, yep.
Fourth overall.
I tricked somebody.
Hey, however you get there, right?
I guess, yeah. I tricked him. So, Phoebus has had not much success in baseball lately, or maybe ever, but Did you just mean to say that?
I didn't mean to say that, but I have a point.
No, you don't, because they were good. They were good at one point. When Coach Tindall was there, they were very good. So go do your homework.
I need to.
That's.
But they
alternative facts.
They do hang banners in football.
That's alternative facts.
Alternative facts.
Yeah, we're not talking football. We're talking about baseball, and there was a time. So.
But Wayne was the 4th overall pick, straight out of Old Dominion, and byproduct of Phoebus. So did something right at Phoebus, I guess.
Yes, I did something right at Phoebus.
So we have Husby pitching. It looks like that's Wessler.
Pitcher.
That's pitcher.
Left-handed pitcher, right-handed throw. Batter.
That's kind of what threw me off.
That threw you off, right?
I was looking down. I was like, what's going on?
Name some left-handed throwers, right-handed batters that made to a high level. You ever heard of Ricky Henderson?
For sure.
That name ring a bell?
Does he still lead the all-time leading steals leader, right? I think
you got the internet.
I think he is.
Yeah, sounds good to me. He was a great teammate.
Oakland A's.
I played with him in Boston.
Did you?
Played with him in Boston, yes. Yes. He had talking in third person down pat.
Yeah, he did.
But he was awesome. He'd do anything for you.
Buddy.
Yeah,
great. One of my favorites. He played with the Bash Brothers, too.
He picked up a tab on him many a days. Watch out.
Oh, almost hit Wessler. Full count, 3-2. It's Bethel here in the bottom of the second. Needs to put something on the scoreboard. It's gonna be a pop-up. Third base has a chance, and he's gonna make the play. That's Hunter Riss.
Wessler's off fly, picked off by Hunter Riss in foul territory, and that's going to be out number 1.
Hunter Riss with a great play. It looks like Coach Antoine Tucker was trying to shield him, but he made the play. And we didn't mention Antoine Tucker. He's the coach over at Bethel, doing a great job over there. Has a great program.
Yeah.
JV team only lost one game, so
I didn't know that.
He has a bunch of 8th and 9th graders he's really high on.
He's got another Westler down there.
Yeah, he does.
And from what I hear,
they say he's
if he was old enough,
he would be on varsity. That's what everybody's telling me.
Yeah.
So the future looks bright for these Bethel Bruins on the baseball diamond.
Just keep having Westlers.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah.
I think he's the last one. I don't know. There might be some more running around.
I don't know, but if there is, he's probably pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. So this is Timmy Miller. He's the right fielder who got caught in the sun earlier on one of those base hits. It's 2-2. There's a base hit by Miller. Great piece of hitting. As Bethel gets a runner on base with one out. That's Timmy Miller with a great hit.
Miller picks up the first hit for the Bethel Bruins as he delivers the single into center field.
And let me go back. I don't want to get any hate mail from Phoebus baseball fans.
Well, you should.
I just want to say that I have love for Phoebus.
So I should not hit send on this email I'm sending right now.
I have much.
Put it in my outbox until you mess up again.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, yeah.
Great pitch.
That was a quick pitch too. And if I was an umpire, I wouldn't call a balk on him right there, but I would say, "Hey, look, you have to give me a better stop." I would. Let's see what he does this time. And if I was a coach, I'd be yelling, trying to get in the umpire's ear. He did a much better job time this time. The umpire might have mentioned it to him. That was a little hit and run right there.
Yeah. This is Richie Hoggart, the first baseman. As he's down 0-2 in the count. He just foul tipped that one against the screen. It's like
trying to get something going on the bottom of his lineup here.
Husby got him.
Yeah.
Great pitch by Husby. And he's as advertised, Wayne. Like I said, I heard a lot about him. Haven't had a chance to see him in person yet, but
he's going to compete. Well, Bethel has their hands full tonight.
So Husby with a ball on the first pitch. Edwin Daniels, the DH for Bethel. As it's striked by Wetzler, so it's going to be 1-1. As Daniels looks over at Coach Tucker for some signals from the third base side. Timmy Miller on first base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second as Husby goes over to first to get Miller back over there. The Hampton Crabbers are fouled in. They have the old Montreal Expo look over there on the throwback uniform.
Hampton always has. It doesn't matter if the team's good or bad. They always, oh boy, that's a strike. He's going to bring him back. I know that for sure. They might not hit him, but he's going to have to come back and hit. That really has to stink. You get hit by the ball,
yeah,
and you swing, and yeah.
Yeah, but Coach Mitchell always has him looking fresh, huh?
Oh, Coach Mitchell always has him looking clean. Team might stink, but the uniforms always look great.
And you know one other thing,
more than likely he's going to put a good team out there too.
The field always looks great too.
Oh, there's Coach Mitchell in his field, man. I think awesome.
So it's 1-2. Edwin Daniels. the DH as Husby goes into the stretches as Daniels keeps the count, keeps it alive at 1-2. Looks over at first, sees how far Miller is. Looks like Miller could have the potential to steal. They go check him out over there first. Gets him back.
They get their eye on him over there.
Yeah.
They must know something we don't. I don't know how many stolen bases he has on this season. He's got a lot going on over there. He's moving. He's going.
He's gone. Good hit, piece of tried a little hit and run over at first.
Well, they did try to hit and run. That was a poor job by the runner because the hit and run, you're not stealing. You're kind of waiting for him to go home.
Right.
So I'm not sure what that was. But the hitter looked like a hit and run, but the hit runner didn't take the base like a hit and run supposed to be taken. On a hit and run, it's almost impossible for you to get picked off. But if you'd have thrown over there, he'd definitely been picked off. He'll probably pick over there this time. He should. I'm sure. Well, he's not.
That's gonna
be a trouble.
Tough play. This is gonna go over. And
wow, that's a great play back there. Is that another Husby?
That is the freshman. That is Justin Husby.
Oh yeah, it looks like he didn't play like a Husby would.
Oh man, that was a great play.
That was a nice play.
It looked like it was gonna be trouble early.
Came out of there real nice.
You see Coach Carter over there talking to Husby. He got a good one.
You know, these days, man, having a Husby on the mound, a Husby behind the plate.
Yeah.
I mean, as a parent, I mean,
what else can you ask for?
What else can you ask for? But these are kind of memories that they'll be talking about when they have their own children.
Right.
There'll be some other Husbys out there, and you know, you just can't make it up. And you just can't make up those stories. So good times, good times. I mean, I have friends now. We still talk about high school baseball and MD tournament, and you know, beating you and you beating me. I can't imagine a story you could have. You know, if you're pitching to your younger brother or big brother. I can't even imagine the conversations out there when you go talk to the mound and you're telling your big brother what he's doing wrong. And if I was the big brother, I'd be like, "Hey man, shut up and get behind the plate, man."
I'll get you when we get
home. Yeah. I'm gonna tell mom. Wait till I tell mom what you said.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But you said, just like you said, these memories, these high school memories, obviously at this young age, they don't think about it as much.
They don't.
But
they don't think about anything.
They'll look back on and cherish these moments.
The only thing they can think about right now is Snapchat or in Facebook and the next game.
That's it.
Yeah. I remember when it was that easy.
Definitely not easy now. But when you have your own,
let them enjoy it. Let them make their memories.
That's right. So top of the third for Kecoughtan. This is Hunter Roundtree, who made that great diving catch earlier in the game. First pitch was a strike by Wetzler. Second pitch looks like it's going to be a ball, so it's 1-1. A little high on that one. 2-1 now. Another high pitch. Like Wetzler. A little high on Roundtree. And again, this is a great venue for the high school level, Wayne. I mean,
oh man.
From what I understand, they're going to have the regionals here next year. So
oh, I didn't know that.
Roundtree bit on that one. It's always a cat. I mean, you know this better than anybody. It's a cat and mouse game. You know, you kind of throw some high pitches to see if they'll bite, and then you know, see what they're about on that at bat. And just like Wetzler did on that last pitch, this one's hitting the center field. Santos, all him in center field, he makes a great catch.
But I'll tell you one thing. I know it is a cat and mouse game, and I see exactly the point you're going. But a lot of young pitchers, you know what they don't realize? You know, you've got 7 guys behind you. Throw the ball in the strike zone. Let your defense play. When you start thinking too much and trying to do up and down and in and out, I get all that. But at this level, hey man, let's throw the ball in the strike zone. Let the guys play some defense. The hitters you're facing aren't as good as you think they are.
Right.
They might seem good because you play against them, you see them do well, but they're still going to get out 7 out of 10 times.
That's right.
I mean, they're going to get out 7 out of 10 times.
Use your teammate. That's
And
right.
if the kids don't believe me, when I tell young pitchers that, I'm said, okay, you don't believe me? Let's watch BP. Right. This guy's throwing the ball 60 miles an hour right down the middle. Mm-hmm. And if you watch BP, you see, okay, just imagine that there was a defense out there, and you see where the ball goes and say, okay, would that be caught? Would that be caught? Would that be caught? And I say 7 out of 10 times the ball hitting BP would have been caught.
Right.
And that's what a guy that is throwing a fastball. You know where the ball is going. You know it's going to be right in the middle. And still guys can't find a place. And so hitting the baseball is extremely tough. Hitting the baseball where nobody is even harder. You have a pitcher that's sinking the ball, rising the ball, cutting the ball, spinning the ball. And you're trying to hit a round ball with a round bat, squarely.
It is tough.
There we go.
Oh, there's another good play.
Yeah.
By the batter. Hargett had an opportunity to make that catch. Looks like it's going to be another error, Wayne.
That's a tough error. They did not put an error up for that. Ball was smoke.
Smoke, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he dove for the ball. I'd have a hard time giving an error on that in high school. I wouldn't have caught it.
Yeah, I think they gave him a hit on that one.
Rightfully so.
Slater comes up for a Kecoughtan.
If that hasn't been a hit all year, there's probably nobody out here hitting 200.
Slater, who was a second baseman, number 36. And this is what we were talking about earlier, Wayne, with the lefty.
A tough matchup. Yeah. Very tough.
Lefty pitcher and lefty batter.
Did Kecoughtan make a lineup change or something? Was there? Where are they at in their lineup?
Looks like I think they might have, because Updike just hit. And now we're at Wyatt Slater.
Whatever that pitch he's throwing, I wouldn't change a thing. Those are very aggressive swings.
Oh, on Wetzler?
Right.
Yeah. He's ahead in the count, 0-2. 1 out. Wetzler. Didn't get it. So 1 and 2 now, 1 out.
Yeah. I was expecting that.
to first.
Really had a pretty good move over there. It's gonna be tough to steal a base.
Especially on a left-handed pitcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
A little inside. Got him.
It's a good pitch.
Good pitch. Now we have Riss coming up for Kecoughtan.
Lance Slater looks at call strike.
Hunter Riss. This is
number 2.
been hearing a lot about this young man as well as a senior.
Mm-hmm.
Now the third baseman for the Kecoughtan Warriors, number 5, Hunter Riss.
Third baseman. Fouls the first pitch back. Swinging at the first pitch. I hear some different scenarios and theories about that. Is it just you're swinging at a pitch you think you like, or is it just something you're just aggressive, or what's the theory behind it?
You have to know the situation in the game. If you're watching the game, it'll tell you a lot. It'll tell you a lot. I mean, what's he throwing the first pitch? Does he have command of the first pitch? The batters before you, did they swing at the first pitch? And if there's 2 outs and the first 2 batters have seen 2-3 pitches, well, if you're the third batter, and that, sometimes you might just have to eat that bat just to run up his count a little bit, or so he doesn't have a free inning, which you would call. Because if you go out there and throw 4 pitches and that's a free inning. I mean, that's almost like you didn't go out there and work.
Right.
So so it's a lot more into just answering that question. If you're a leadoff batter in the first pitch of the game, hey, Derek Jeter made a lot of money going out there hacking at the first pitch of the game. If I'm a pitcher and the first batter swings the first pitch, I love it. I know odds are in my favor that you're going to be out more times than not.
On that first pitch, right?
I don't think hitters think like that. They might think, okay, I know I'm getting a fastball here, and I'm going to try to hit one out of the ballpark or hit something in the gap. So it's a different line of thinking.
Have a chance for, I was going to say double play, but it was already 2 outs. It was a good play by the shortstop,
Nervous.
Nick DeShong, over to Nathan Wetzler.
Shong's toss over to Nathan Wetzler.
Another Wetzler. So that's 3 Wetzlers right now in the Bethel program.
For the Warriors here in the top of the third. They do come up with no runs off one hit. There were no errors. They left one on at the end of 2 1/2 and still lead the Bruins 1-0.
Yeah, so we're in the going into the bottom of the third, the middle of the third here. 1-0 Kecoughtan, Wayne. They could not get to Husby. They got 1 hit up the middle by Timmy Miller, and that was it.
Yep. No, Husby's on.
So now Bethel is going into this. They knew they were going to go against Husby. They got to get to Husby. They have a few innings left, but they got to get to him and rattle him a little bit. It's going to be tough. Easier said than done. And I was looking forward to see Santos out there. I mean, he's been their number 1. And this is do or die territory. As they say in the NBA, it's win or go home. So at this point of the season, you want to see your best. But Wetzler's done a decent job. He's just giving up 2. Was giving up 3 hits, but
they were seeing hits, man. I mean, yeah, it's just. Hey, look, one position, 6 inches to the left here or there.
That's right.
I mean, he could have no hits right now. So
that's right.
He got a little sun ball in right field. Look like the sun's calmed down now. Everybody's, but.
So this is Nick DeShong. He's a shortstop. They'll chopper over to Riss. Riss fields it. Throws over to first. Easy play for him. Again, first pitch, but he saw something and he hit it.
Yeah. Hey, if he hits it in the gap, we're talking.
Right.
And so, but with Husby on the mound, you have to understand he's going to be around the plate.
Right.
He's going to be around the plate, so I don't necessarily have a problem with it. If he's been erratic and we're trying, there's something we're trying to work on, we're trying to figure out with him. It might be a little different story, but if you see a fastball in the middle, it might be the only one you see.
Exactly.
So let it fly. Maybe hit in the gap.
There's another. We talked about the Westlers all game, and there's another one. This is Nathan Wetzler. He's the second baseman.
Is there anybody else on the field that's not a Wetzler?
Got 7 more on the field.
Yeah, they're good ball, good kids.
And he's a good sized kid.
Watch out!
He got hit.
And he took it like it was nothing.
Look at him.
I love that. Didn't even rub it or anything.
So this could start. This could be something for Bethel as Wetzler gets hit. And this is Huey, the catcher, who's doing a great job behind the plate. Cameron Huey.
Yeah.
Catcher number 14, Cameron Huey.
Wetzler on first, 1 out. 1-0 Kecoughtan here in the bottom of the third. We're at beautiful War Memorial Stadium. First pitch.
And that's a good pitch right there.
To Huey,
it's a really good pitch.
You see that lead by Wetzler. Swing and a miss by Huey. And I don't think they're not really worried about Wetzler.
Doesn't look like it, no. Doesn't seem to be causing too much commotion over there at first. I'm watching his leads in the secondary. I don't think speed's going to be one of his strengths over there.
So it's 0-2, 1 out.
It's almost a situation where the first baseman can play behind. We have a left-hander up there, give you a little more chance to cover up that 4 hole.
I was going to say that, yeah. He's holding him. 0-2 pitch to Huey. outside. It's going to be 1 and 2.
I would definitely stay tight behind right now because it's a decent chance he could throw a breaking ball right here. If he throws a breaking ball and doesn't hit it, he could hook it into that 4 hole, and then you have first and third.
You're right.
So I would have that first baseman behind him.
Oh, it's going to go in the left field.
That's going to be trouble. That's going to flare.
A run. He's going to catch it.
That's a good play.
That's Justice McDonald. A great play.
Every Huey's fly ball to number 21, Justin.
And this is Santos up now. Joey Santos, the center fielder. Been pitching a lot this year, doing a great job on the mound.
2 down, runner at first. It'll bring up the center fielder for the Bruins. For Joey Santos.
And I, like we were talking about earlier about the height situation. I was reading an article earlier in the year. First pitch is a swing and a miss. How recruiters were telling him if he was this, if he was that.
That's a cop out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's a cop out.
Norfolk State said we don't care what height he is. We're going to take him.
Yeah. If he was throwing the ball 97 miles an hour, they wouldn't care if he was a midget. It's a lot into that. So I mean, Billy Wagner. I mean, I never seen a fastball that hard before. The kid was 4'4". I mean, left-handed throwing the ball 100 miles an hour. I mean, so they can take that.
They just use that as
whatever. Yeah.
Cop out. Yeah.
Tell them. I mean, and if you're a recruiter and you go out there and marking guys off that aren't tall. Well, I mean,
you're gonna mark up a lot of people.
You're gonna mark up a lot of people.
And wasn't Pedro like under 6?
Pedro was a midget. I mean, Pedro was
5'10", if that.
Yeah.
And
a lot of teams passed on him too.
Right.
And they're looking at themselves like.
Swing. Well, check swing. They're gonna call that a strike. 2-2 now. 2 outs. Husby showing all the stuff here as Bethel has a man on first. Trying to get something going. It's just tough against Husby. The 2-2 pitch to Santos is hitting the right field. Looks like a little. I thought it was a bad jump by Weingrad, but he makes the catch. So Bethel can't capitalize on the hit by pitch. So it's still 1-0 Kecoughtan after 3. So once again, we are here at beautiful War Memorial Stadium. Can't stress enough on how great this field looks, and just be on the lookout for some Peninsula Pilots baseball. Well, you know a little bit about how the Morgans take care of that here and did a great job with that program. They won 2 out of the last 3 championships.
Yeah, they were 1 game away from winning it all last year. I sat here in disappointment, just like a lot of these hardcore Pilot fans. They made some changes to the field, and there's a lot more coming. So it's gonna be fun to watch.
I heard they're bringing a party deck out here in left.
It's gonna be a new addition. Batting cages down there, and
it's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be very nice.
Nice little bullpen in left too. So.
Fans have definitely supported it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Each year is more and more.
I wish the high schools would use it more. I think some neutral games would be great.
Yeah.
I don't know the regulations.
A good place for Phoebus to play.
It would be.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm putting on a tee for you. There's a chance for you to redeem yourself, man. You don't see how we're supposed to work together? You want to say something else bad about Phoebus?
I mean, this would be a great opportunity.
There we go.
Opportunity for the kids to see this field and have a chance to play in front of the hometown fans at a nice stadium.
You're talking about Phoebus kids, right?
Phoebus, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Enough said. Now we're okay.
Shout out to Coach Jeremy Blunt and Coach Hudson, Mr. Hudson over at Phoebus. I talk to them all the time, so they know how I feel about the Phoebus program, athletic and academics over there.
They do a really good job.
They do.
Proud of Hampton, Virginia.
That's right. Another hit up the middle. Looks like it's a hit off of I don't know if Wetzel got a piece of it or not.
I think Wetzel got a glove on it. I think the shortstop got a glove on it. But the ball was struck so hard, it didn't matter.
And that was Husby, actually. That's his second hit.
Helping himself out.
So he's doing it on the mound and at the plate.
Husby now on the day 2 for 2.
Of course, he's going to get they're going to put a pinch runner in there for him, and this is Tyler Weingrad, who just made that last out in right. So it's the fourth hit. The fourth hit by Kecoughtan as they go back over to first.
Ooh.
That might be the same guy they got out the first time when they tried to go over there.
I don't know, but that move was awful. I don't have a great angle. I hate to say that, but it was a good move, and I'll just keep an eye on it. I'll leave it at that.
And what do you think about Elijah here, Robertson over there moving in? I guess we're going to think bunt here.
Yeah, apparently. He's in the batter's box with Weingrad. Yeah. He squares. He's slashing now.
A little fluke bunt attempt.
Yeah, slash. You don't see that too often, but I think it's a great play. And Elijah's right down his throat. Mm-hmm. You know, I'll back him up a step or two.
So still 1-0. 4 hits by the Kecoughtan Warriors. Husby goes back to pitch. A little bouncer to Husby. He's going to second. It's going to be off the mark. He was off balance when he got it.
Yeah. You know, just as much as I praised him before for making a fielder's position, that was bad in a lot of different ways. One, you didn't get an out, obviously, and two, he didn't set his feet. He kind of threw off his back foot. I mean, you have to get something out somewhere. I don't have a problem with the fact that he went to second base. I thought that was the right play, but he didn't set his feet. Whatever you're going to throw the ball, you're going to throw the ball to first base or second. You have to set your feet, get your feet underneath you, and make a good throw.
Is that just more or less just him being rushed or just anxious? It's just kind of hard to say, right?
Anxious, young, you know, he just wants to make a play.
Right.
But now he's in the jam. You know, and you got Husby on the other side. You can't. You got to be careful. You know.
That's what I was saying.
I mean,
earlier.
3 runs, it might be over with.
Yeah,
the way he's throwing the ball.
Yep. Get 1 run, but Husby can hold on to that lead. So here we go. 1 ball and no strikes. It looks like he's going to go back. They love that play.
Yeah, good play. Really good play. I don't think they let it develop.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of happened a little bit too fast. If you let that play, if the pitcher comes set for a little while, it allows the runner to get a step or two more off. He gets a little more comfortable. But I like that idea.
So it's still 1 ball and no strikes. Another bunt.
Oh!
As Miller goes to get it, going to third.
Wow.
Bases loaded.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Hey man, you're getting out. You're getting out.
Well, Hargett came over, so there was nobody at first, so he had to go either the third or second.
And I wouldn't know why, because the first baseman was coming in. I mean, he wasn't. The first baseman wasn't reading the ball. The first baseman was charging the ball. So if you're on charging the ball, I don't know why you wouldn't have anybody at first base.
Right.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you're going to have the first baseman reading the ball, the bunt, that's a different story.
That's right.
But if he's crashing, it's got to be somebody. It's got to be somebody else there.
So speaking of which, we're going to bring in Joey Santos to pitch. They took Wetzler out, but the bases loaded and no outs, Wayne.
Yeah.
This could be trouble. So you know all about this, Wayne. You come in, bases loaded, no outs, you're down 1-0. What's your mindset coming in?
Minimize, man. Minimize the damage.
Yeah.
You know, holding the 1, holding the 2, we still got a ball game. You start putting crooked numbers up there, 3 and 4, it's a wrap. You know, minimize. Hey, look, if you get out of this, bases loaded, no out, you're a hero. Yes. You know, if you get out with 1 or 2, hey, that's still a pretty good job. Right. You know, but you know, just minimize the damage. Just minimize. I mean, it'll be a surprise if you get out of this jam. You know, I mean, you'll be talking about this forever.
Right.
You know, but let's just put the baseball in play. Don't let this thing fall apart. And we can hit. We can come back.
And in the high school level though, you got a guy who plays center field, comes in and pitches.
Right.
How does your mind change? I mean, you've been playing a different position for 3.5. 4
that's a good
innings.
question. You know, I was never that good. I was never that good where I got to play. One time they let me in the fields when I pitched. So I don't know. I don't know what it's like to play center field because they wouldn't. They're like, no, you don't have to come to the game if you're not pitching.
Just stay home, huh?
Because you can't hit and you can't do anything else but pitch. So we'll see see you next week.
Once every 5 days.
There you go. So I can't give you any good insight on that, man, because I wasn't that good. I wasn't as good as athlete as Santos.
But when you did pitch, you were on it. So that's
I have to throw it a little bit.
just a little bit. So now you go from where did they put Wetzler? I think Wetzler's in the game.
He's at first base.
First base. Okay.
Yeah. Where we got in the lineup here?
We got Wetzler's over at first, and then they moved Timmy Miller, Wayne, over to center for Santos. And Santos is now the pitcher. And like we said, it's no outs, bases loaded, and we are in the top of the 4th inning.
He's going to be
So Santos, it's funny. We were going to actually see him pitch at Hampton when we had that lightning storm.
Right.
So we get a chance to see what he can do. Can he get out of the jam? He's the Norfolk State signee. As it gets,
that's one of them outs. That's one of the outs right there.
Here he goes back and makes the catch. Just like you were saying, Wayne, you can't win it all in one pitch.
Yeah. Now your question is, now your mindset is, hey, okay, look, I'm one pitch away.
Right.
I'm one ground ball away from getting out of this mess. And it can happen, I know this sounds obviously redundant, but you're in a lot better situation than you were before.
Right.
One pitch away, a ground ball, and we were out of this mess.
So Santos gets the first out. The lefty, great pitch. And he's now pitching to, this is Justin Husby, the freshman. Huspies and Wetzlers, we might as well just give them, just give them the Bethel Huspies and the Bethel Wetzlers and the Kecoughtan Huspies.
Say that fast 3 times.
I know. Look at that.
I think that the Huspies and the Weslers are early running for the MVP.
Yeah, really.
they have a good shot at it.
But Santos could be an MVP Wayne if he gets out of this.
If he gets out of this, he'll be my MVP.
So far, right now, he's doing his job. Let's see what he can do against Husby, the freshman. Santos. Ooh, inside pitch. Husby swings it. It's a foul ball. So, again, bases jammed. 0-2 count, 1 out. As Husby keeps it alive with a little tip, foul ball. So he gets this out, man. He's in good shape. Still bases loaded, but you just gotta maybe go for a ground ball or a pop up. Got him with a
change up.
Man, what a pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, he's almost home.
That's 2 outs. So it's 2 outs, Wayne. As Hunter Roundtree, the right fielder, takes the first pitch. He swings and it's strike 1.
And Santos got a look about him right now, like, I'm getting out of this. I don't care. His tempo, his body language, everything about him is right here. Is like, I'm going to get this out and I'm going to storm off this mound.
That's
and
right.
The momentum's going to come back on our side because, trust me, they might be losing, but the momentum will be on this side.
That's
if he can get out of this inning right here. He just needs to calm down right here.
Now he's a little hype, yeah.
Yeah, he just needs to calm down, throw the ball in the strike zone because this is the guy they want.
Oh, Roundtree.
Yeah.
Hunter Roundtree, the center fielder.
Yeah.
2-2, Wayne. 2 outs. This is it. 4 hits by the Kecoughtan Warriors, but they have not
And
gotten a hit
this
since.
is the pitch you want to happen. You do not want it to go 3-2, full count. All the runners will be running. You want to happen on this pitch right here, right now. And he does it. Wow.
Joey Santos
heck of a
gets
job.
out. He gets in, Wayne.
Yeah.
No outs. Bases loaded.
Yeah. I want to go down there and hug him.
Yeah, and he
I might just do that.
And you know what? When we were at Hampton, he came up to you. And you coached him. So you know him.
Yeah,
you know what he's capable of.
That was an outstanding job.
Win or lose, man.
And I tell you,
And that's a momentum builder, right?
Momentum builder. It's just big time momentum builder. You know.
So Husby's back on the mound. Speaking of great pitching, he's only allowed 1 hit. Now, Bethel has given up 2. They have 2 errors on the board, so a couple of those hits. Well, there's still 4 hits and 2 errors, but Husby's only given up 1 hit. And I believe that was a Timmy Miller base hit up the middle. Other than that, Bethel's not been able to get to him.
You know, and from a Husby standpoint, you're a pitcher, and you see bases loaded with no outs.
Oh yeah.
You're thinking, I'm gonna have a little breathing room when I have to go back out there.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna have a run or 2 extra to play with here.
Right.
You know, I can make a mistake.
That's right.
Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be. My inning doesn't fall apart. Well, now you're back in this game where, you know, I gotta kind of be not perfect, but close.
That's right.
You know, but.
And like you said, you see a guy Santos come in, and they probably know each other.
And I tell you this, I would have to tip my hat to Tuck. That was perfect timing by not letting the game get out of hand. He went to the right man, right spot.
That's right.
Didn't mess around. So,
Let's see if they can build off the momentum.
Even Wexler, you know, I don't think he was in bases loaded, nobody out because of his fault. Watch out.
Another hit.
Yeah.
Like
Here
again,
we go. Yeah.
And that's Elijah.
Yeah. You know.
Oh no, it definitely wasn't Wessler's fault.
Yeah, 2 guys didn't. I mean, they didn't get in that. Well, one was his own, you know, on the defensive play, and the next one was the first baseman not getting out on a bunt play. You know, I'll tell you what I like right there with Elijah. He didn't even attempt it. He just sacrificed himself. Worst thing I want to see is a guy up there when a curveball spin out there and trying to duck and dive out of the way. You're trying to get on base. That's a great bunt. That's going to be trouble.
It's going to be trouble. Can they get?
That's man, that's your momentum right there.
Look, the momentum to me was Santos. Fed off of it. Now we have second and third. Bethel started by Elijah Robinson. Hit by pitch. A bunt, great bunt by Wessler.
Yeah, now they're dancing and having a good old time, and they're still dancing.
Let me just say this, Wayne. Wessler comes out of the game, could have held his head down and said, hey, it's my fault, I blew it. Comes in here, does what he has to do at the plate, and makes up for some of the mistakes that he might have made on the mound.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to tip your cap to that young man.
Yeah, that was a great bunt. Great bunt.
Now we have Ethan Carter out there talking to Husby, which, you think about it, man, he has still only given up 1 hit. You know, that was an error there.
This is a good time for this great visit for Ethan. It's a great visit. Hey, look, man. If anything, you just want to say, hey, man, that play's done with.
Yes.
Okay, so what? We're winning the ball game.
That's right.
We're winning the ball game. Okay, just make some pitches. And let's not get this out of hand. You got second and third. Let's minimize the damage. The same thing I went back to last time. I wouldn't even, I don't know what kind of defense Ethan's going to play right here, I would not have the corners in right here. It's a lot of game left. You're winning. When you bring the infield in like this, you take away the leverage of your defense.
Right.
So give them that run at third base. It's a tie ball game. I'd give them that run. You know, so no way I would have the infield in. They got the shortstop to step in, the second baseman step in.
So it's 2-1 if it's over. It's a little looper, right?
Yeah.
So this is.
It's too early. It's just too. I know we're in the 7th inning game, but it's too early to you know. And you got the better arm on the mound, I think.
Yeah, you do. So this is Timmy Miller, the only hit. He got the only hit for Bethel earlier in the game. Now, if he can get a nice hit here, he can put his squad up. Possibly tie it or take the lead. Husby. Well, the pitch is 0-2 now on Timmy Miller, who's moved to center field. One ball, 2 strikes on Timmy Miller. Runners on second and third. Robertson and Wexler. Let's see what he could do here. Husby.
Strike 3.
Struck
1
him
out.
Let's see. He might be able to get out of a jam now.
Another Miller looks at a 5-strike 3, and he's going to be out number 1.
I like the intensity by both the pitchers. These guys out here, they really want to win. They really want to win.
Number 6, Ron Hoggart.
It's Hoggart, the first baseman. 1 out, still second and third. That's going to be, that's like you said, Wayne, up there left in between short and third. They're going to bring Wexler in. Oh, they're going to hold him.
That's bad play. Where's the, somebody's got to be the cutoff man right here, not to allow that run to get to second base. That's not a double.
That's so they tie it up.
And that's a big run out there, second base. Yeah.
So Wexler, good idea, Wexler to come back. Because he was getting ready to score and they held him.
I don't think he would have made it. You know, on that play, the third baseman got to come out here and be a cutoff man. The shortstop, all they do is switch positions. Your shortstop will go to third base. You know, it was nobody in the middle of the field here. And that's a great job by that first base coach to make sure he's going there.
So they tie it up. It's the DH, Edwin Daniels. 1-1 now going into, this is the bottom of the fourth. And again, Santos getting out of that jam. The hit by the pitch by Robertson. So far, Bethel is rolling. 1 ball, 0 strikes. And it's going to drop. That's going to be close. They're going to go home with it. He's going to be safe. It's 2-1 Bethel. If another run's going to score, it's going to be 3-1 Bethel. Costly plays by Kecoughtan. It was a great play by the second baseman.
Ethan's going to come out and say he has to slide, and he does have a point. You know.
So he drops the ball, he tags him, and it falls out of his glove, right?
Yeah, he tags him and it fell on his glove, but I mean, there's got to be some kind of play at the plate where you got to slide.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that.
So it's 2 runs scored. It's now 3-1 Bethel.
And Wetzler, check that Daniels, and second on the play.
3-1 Bethel. That's their second hit. That was dangerous. How it just dropped in between. Not really a clean hit, but Bethel will take it.
Yeah. I mean,
however you get it. This is going to be Nick Deshawn, the shortstop.
For the Bruins, number 10, Nick Deshawn.
As Daniels is at second. Another play to the pitcher.
Oh man, this could have been a disaster. That could have been a disaster, man. Yeah, it worked. It worked.
Yeah, I was worried about that one. Yeah, but great catch by Riss over at third to get the tag.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't slide at third.
Yeah, he should have.
I know. Or why he even went. I mean, that's the play right there, back to the pitcher. I mean, now you don't have anybody in scoring position. If he just stays right there and this guy gets a base hit, he scores a run. That's not good base running at all on many different levels.
This is Nathan Wetzler at the plate. And now we go back to what we were saying about Husby. Now you have Santos on the mound for Bethel. He has a 2-run lead, and maybe more if Bethel can connect, but 2 runs.
Yeah.
Were put on 3 runs actually in this inning on the bottom of the fourth.
And the way he came out there last inning, I mean,
very impressive.
Yeah.
One ball, 1 strike. To one of the Wetzler brothers.
It's a good pitch. It's been a crazy inning. We started off with a hit batter, a bunt play that went bad, infield hit. It's been there's been 1 solid hit.
Yep, that's it.
1 solid hit.
Bethel has 2 hits in the whole game.
Yeah.
Husby gets out of it, strikes it out.
Goes down swinging, and that is going to hit it here, and they come with the fourth Bruins, but come up with 3 runs.
So Bethel gets 3 runs, as you said. The hit batter first started out by Robinson. To Roberson, Elijah Roberson, and then the bunt, and then after that was chaos.
Yeah.
So now Joey Santos is on the mound. Let's see if he can hold the 3-1 lead. It's going into the top of the 5th. Once again, 2 great programs, Wayne. Historically, Bethel Kecoughtan have had respectable programs. I mean, again, Bethel, coached by Coach Wheeler, he took them all the way to the state semifinal. They won the region that year over at ODU. And Wheeler comes over to Kecoughtan, had a decent, well, actually he was a player first, and he coached Kecoughtan, had a decent career there as well. So, notable player, Jake Cave is still, is he AAA now?
AAA, yeah.
Is it Columbus? I think it
might be Scranton.
Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, you're right.
Might be Scranton. It's been changed a couple of times. I know Jake had a little bit of some health problems as far as injuries.
Injuries, right. But what I understand, he's coming back to the area. He's moving back to the area soon.
He is.
So hopefully he can
Yeah. That might be what he needs to get to break in. Come back home for a little bit. Live something good, Hampton, good living, and
That's right.
break into the big leagues. He's right on the cusp, man. I've just seen so many guys right on the cusp, and
big too.
you just gotta get over that hump.
That's
And
right.
once he gets the opportunity in the big leagues and shines a little bit, it's just gonna take off for him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will.
You know, I wish he just got a Yankee organization.
Me too.
They just have so many young players. You know, when they traded the lefty Andrew Miller and Chapman, you know, they just got all kind of prospects in return.
They got a good prospect up there,
and they ended up getting Chapman back. Yeah. So I mean, they're loaded as far as good players in their organization, and they're in first place.
That's right.
So no.
You know, those days when the Yankees just wrote the blank checkbooks, or they're going to the farm system now. Get some good players.
Being a former Red Sox, don't have a whole bunch of love for the Yankees.
Being an Oriole fan too,
but it is what it is, and they're good. And they've done it the right way. I mean they kind of threw in the towel when they had Andrew Miller and Chapman. They must have knew what they were doing. Apparently they did.
Got this prospect now.
With Judge?
Judge,
he ain't no prospect. He's might be the MVP.
At 6'8", he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's he's all over the place. That kid can play, man.
What was it like playing at Yankee Stadium?
It was fun. It was fun, yeah. It was fun. It was that ball's gonna hit you right there.
Now, you played at Memorial Stadium or were you at Camden Yards back?
I played both.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Man, this guy Santos.
Yeah.
Tell me about him, man. I mean,
hey, look, he's speaking for himself. I don't have to. I'm not LeVar Bell. He can do his own thing. There's nothing I can say about him, man.
Comes in, bases loaded, no outs.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's even put anything on the belt.
He's just putting the game in his shoulders right now. You know.
There it is. The first.
Yeah. He's just putting the game on his shoulders.
So this is for Kecoughtan. Hunter Ritz, the third baseman. Let's see if he can get something going against the hot Joey Santos. Again, I love the demeanor. I love the enthusiasm that Santos brings to the table. Plays center field early in the game. He comes in on a jam.
Your team feeds off that.
That's right.
Your team feeds off that. You know. Some would call it cocky. I don't.
He strikes out the side.
Hey. It's not cocky when you get them out either.
Hey, that's right.
And looking, if that cockiness makes you good, keep on being cocky. If that cockiness makes you good, keep on being cocky. Don't let the norm don't let the norm or whatever somebody else say the etiquette of baseball is determine how you play the game.
That's part of your game.
That's part of your game. You do you.
That's right.
If your part of your game is hitting a home run and running around, sprinting around the bases, that makes you excited. Your part of your game is getting a walk and sprinting down the first base. I mean, hey, if it offends somebody, they'll get over it.
They will.
You know, they'll get over it. They'll get over it while they've lost and while you're getting them out.
Well, here's the solution: try to get them out.
Yeah, boom. You know.
That's all. Try to get them out.
Yeah.
If you're tired of them acting that way,
get them out.
Either hit when they're pitching or get them out when they're hitting. So. But
and that whole theory on hitting somebody because they break the rules that you've said about baseball etiquette is for the birds. It's something you see on TV that's false. So that theory just blows my mind when I see young coaches, tell people to retaliate because
we talked about the rest. This was the Red Sox and Orioles were going through earlier.
Yeah, I know. It's just far. It's gone too far. Just let it go. I mean, you made your point, and you slid somewhere and hurt one of your star players. Yep. Okay, Machado knew it. Yep. Jordan knew it. It was handled, but they keep throwing at him. It just kind of sets a bad tone of how baseball is supposed to be played now. I just don't agree that's how the game is played any longer. So, but it is what it is. I'm done. That's my 2 cents. I'm not going to try to play tough guy and say that I used to drill somebody. When they hit a home run off me. Hey, my theory was, hey, get them out.
That's the bottom line.
Get them out and tell them how you got them out.
That's right. So Husby's back on the mound. It's only giving up 2 hits, unfortunately. 2 errors also. Actually, 1 error for Kecoughtan, and it's 3-1 Bethel. As Cameron Huey comes up to bat for Bethel. Foul ball. So this 3-6 matchup, the winner will play Gloucester, who won earlier today. They beat Warwick. And the winner of that game goes on to the regionals over at Hickory High School. Huey gets a great hit in the right field. This could be 2. Let's see if he can make it. He's going to turn the corner, and he decides not to. Good play by the left fielder. That's Justice McDonald. Huey thought about it, Wayne, just couldn't turn the corner.
Yeah, he thought about it, and that was a good job of hitting right there. Yeah. I just can't get over Santos. How when he stepped on the mound, the whole game has changed. The whole game has changed since he took center stage and hopped in the rubber. I mean, it is what it is. It's no other way to put it.
That's right. And we said that could be the momentum builder.
Yep.
And that's what happened. Now he's back at the plate. It's funny. You hear about these kids, and you've known them for a while. I read about them a lot, and then when you see them in person, you're like, okay, this is what it's about. This is what they do. And with Santos and Husby both, they're going against each other right now. Very impressive. Very impressed with Husby as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a great game up until the last inning. So Santos comes in and gets out of the jam.
And that last inning, you had a mistake. You had a mistake. You hit the first guy. Then you had a mistake for a bunt defense. Right. What did he do? He threw the ball. Threw the ball in right field.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at the plate.
The ball got probably. Then that flew. I don't know what you call that ball. The fly ball that hit in between, and three infielders couldn't catch it. It was hit so soft. So it's a lot of things that it just happened. But I'll tell you this: if I was Kecoughtan, there's nobody else I want to mount right now. I mean,
he's their ace.
He's throwing the ball right now.
Ace, man.
He's throwing the ball just as effective now. He threw the ball in the first inning. I haven't seen anything different.
Me either. 2 balls, 1 strike to Santos as he tries to bunt. 2-2 now.
And the way he's going this game, he might hit the ball at the ballpark.
It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. Husby looks over at first, sees what Huey's going to do.
Look at this.
He's going to go to first. It's going to be a great play by they almost get 2. Santos is going to be safe at first as Husby went over to cover first. Good job by him to get over there.
Almost got a pinch run for him right here.
I would think they would.
I don't know if he can run or not. I'd like to get him off the bases just so he wouldn't be tired. But he's 17-year-old shouldn't get tired anyway.
Yeah, he'll be fine. And this is Elijah Robertson. He started the inning, Wayne.
He did by taking that one right in the back.
That's right.
Santos hits into a force play.
So Santos, maybe they keep him in for speed. Looks like he's going to stay in. Yeah, I think they know he's a little.
He didn't have much of a lead over there, but.
So Santos is going to stay at first.
They might call Boogie out.
Safe. Santos gets in. Did they call him out? No.
That's tough. I don't know. It looked like a little bit of interference to me. I mean, I'm not clear on the rule right there, but it looked like the catcher had to throw over top of him.
Yeah. Nonetheless, Santos gets in. Oh, nice hit by.
Good base running by freezing on that ball.
Robertson. Santos is going to stop.
That was
third.
Really good base running by freezing on that ball.
Wow. So now we have Cameron Wetzler. Another one of those Wetzlers as his first and third, 1 out here in the Bottom of the 5th. Bethel threatening again. Is it going to be a run? Nobody's going to cover the. And now they're going to go home, and Santos is going to
He's out.
be out at the plate.
Yeah. I like the idea by Tucker.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah. It didn't work out for him. But I like the idea.
Oh, it was a great throw for a second.
2 outs, yeah.
So it's going to be 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. 3-1 Bethel. So we've had, what, 3 or 4 plays at the plate, Wayne?
Yeah. That was a good play. It was a good throw. That was executed well.
And again, a couple of those plays could have been a turning point. I mean, for each team, as we have a pinch runner now. For Bethel, is they're trying to see if he's going to try to run. So Husby, he'll be with a swing. He's gonna call a strike, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on, but nonetheless, Bethel has a base runner on 3rd. It's going to be 0-2 to Wetzler. As Ramon Reynolds, Wayne, is the guy on 3rd base for Bethel. But it's 0-2 to Wetzler, 2 outs. It's a great play at the plate to hold that lead to 3-1. Husby, that's going to stay there, and this is going to be tough, but they're going to get that play at first. Man, Husby showing great
a lot of plays, a lot of game-changing like plays by the pitchers on the mounds filling their position.
And Husby showing great athletic ability on those plays.
Yeah.
So
3-1 Bethel. Turning point in the game was that bottom of the 4th inning. They scored 3 runs. They have 4 hits, 2 errors. And their ace, actually Joey Santos, is now on the mound, who hasn't given up much since he's been on. I don't think he's given up a hit. Actually, hasn't given up a hit since he's been in.
I don't think he's throwing a ball.
Me either.
Yeah, he's been on fire. He's been a game changer. And if I was Bethel, I'd feel real confident having a 2-run cushion with him on the mound.
So do you think, does Norfolk State keep him as a pitcher? I mean, how does that work when you get recruited? Obviously, it's like any sport.
Well,
they evaluate you when you get there, and then they kind of decide what position you play. But
I haven't seen enough of him offensively to think he's going to hit. I mean, and I've seen a lot of him from on the mound to know he can pitch. I know that he can pitch. So, I mean,
I think he's going to stay there pitching.
There we go.
Next level.
He's got the bunt sign quite a few times today.
That's right.
I don't give a bunt sign to guys that can hit the ball.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I take my chances.
And our next game is Hampton, the Hampton Crabbers.
You know, nice uniforms.
I love them, man. They're playing against the defending state champs, the Nansemond River Warriors. Yeah. Lost a lot of talent.
That changes a lot real quick in high school.
It does. It does.
So
they lost a lot of great players. A couple players went over to Old Dominion, our alma mater, played baseball with Coach Chris Finwood, who, by the way, won the other day, so they're moving on.
They play today? They play today at 5 o'clock. Let's look and see what's going on.
They played FYU yesterday, right?
They play today at 5 o'clock. I know that for sure. Let's see what Twitterverse is telling us.
Right. So let's hope that they can get a good game, and hopefully they won. They can move on.
ODU's losing 4-3 in the 7th.
Uh-oh.
8th, actually.
And he's done a great job getting a lot of local players with that program. A lot of guys from over the south side.
Almost too good for Coach Finwood. And I see Virginia Tech sniffing around. Yeah,
That's right. They just lost their coach.
Yeah, I'm going to tell the Hokies to keep it moving.
I hope not. I hope not. He's a great guy for this program.
He is, man. He is.
So speaking of which, Santos walks Husby.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope Finwood stays around. He's also a former Crabber, so local guy.
I didn't say he was perfect. I'm just saying he was a good guy.
After that Phoebus Hampton rivalry.
Yeah, I didn't say he was perfect now. I mean, everybody has their faults. So it just happened to be where he was, what street he lived on.
Exactly.
Well, for the Crabbers, it really doesn't matter what street you live on. I mean, they pretty much recruit from anywhere throughout the 757, 804, 813. It doesn't matter. Huh?
Virginia Beach, Norfolk, wherever.
Yeah. I mean, you're eligible to be a Crabber.
There's a small little rumor that Mike Smith had a couple apartments across the street.
Oh, rumor?
Rumor.
Oh.
Just a rumor, man.
All right. Mike Smith's a neighbor now. I can't say too much about
that's
him.
Right,
He'll come egg my house. So I have a lot of respect that hurts me to say for Coach
Mike
Smith
and
the accomplishments he's had.
He's a great. I mean, just look what he's done.
Yeah. They actually beat Phoebus this year. Good for them. Yeah. I mean, good for them.
Oh man, but some guy named Daz Newsome had a lot to do with that.
Yeah. Well,
he put on a show that game.
Did he?
We were there.
I missed that one.
We were there. But the rivalry continues, of course. It's next year. We will definitely have a Hampton Phoebus showdown. Basketball, football, and all the other sports. There's always been a rivalry since I've been around here.
I need to get my bragging rights back. So.
You have to. Maybe next year. And Santos might get some bragging rights in this game if he can continue his prowess out here on the mound. He's giving up a walk to Husby. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He goes over to Husby. It's a pinch runner, actually. Husby's been on base 3 times.
Yeah.
2 singles and a walk. So 2 balls and 1 strike.
Santos has got the same pace he had, but he isn't quite as locked in as he was the first couple innings he was out there. So we're in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, it looks like you're right, Wayne. He's going down a little bit.
Yeah. Having a quick pace is awesome. Yeah. Having a quick pace is what every defensive player wants to play defense behind. However, there is a situation where your pace, 1, could be too quick.
That's right.
Or 2, it's not conducive because you're not throwing the ball in strikes. You're just throwing the ball, and you haven't had a chance to process what you're doing right, when you're doing wrong. When you're in the rhythm, you're throwing the ball in the strike zone like you were. He's the first couple of innings. That was great, but now he's off a little bit. So he got to step off a little bit. Okay, gather himself and let's throw the ball back in the strike zone.
So now.
It's getting interesting now.
Yeah, very interesting. You got 2 walks, back-to-back walks. Yeah. One to Husby and 1 to Weingrad. Now McDonald, the left fielder, is up with 2 people on, no outs. Santos reeling a little bit. It's going to be a pop-up to right. He makes the catch. And I don't know how much of a difference this makes, Wayne. Probably not much, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Mm-hmm. It's a night game. They don't play many night games in high school.
Yeah.
Is there a difference? The high school
I'm not sure if it makes a difference. I know they probably used to playing, in that 4 o'clock range.
That's right.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But these are really, really, really good lights.
Oh, yeah,
they're really good lights, and, it hasn't seemed to play much of a difference in this game once that sun went down.
So Santos gets the first out. A pop-up to right. 3-1 Bethel. Kecoughtan can get something going here and maybe tie this or get another run.
That last I was curious to see what they're going to do as far as bunting the ball or swinging away. Bethel's defense kind of said, we're kind of expecting the bunt and maybe play for the tie right here because that second baseman was cheating over a hair and the first baseman was kind of barreling down on just a little bit. So,
but now you have Wetzler off the bag now, like you said.
Yeah. I've seen some defenses here. I'm not so sure about. I know they're not bunting right here, and I don't know why the first baseman is so close.
So Santos definitely off his game in this inning.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah. When you play defense, when your infield's in, you don't have the ability to move to your left and to your right. The ball's on. When you play back, which I don't know why he wouldn't be back here. Definitely was 2 strikes. You have so much more ground you can cover.
Right. That's right. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Hauser. And Hauser actually scored he got the RBI of the Kecoughtan's first run. I mean, only run actually. So now we have something going here. Full count, 1 out, first and second. Santos with the pitch.
Oh, man.
Got him. Inside corner, man. What a pitch.
He hasn't been as sharp as he has the first couple innings, but he's just one pitch away from getting out of his little jam he's created himself.
Yep.
Number 2. Now we'll get the catchers.
So Husby now. Want to see what he can do. The catcher, the freshman. One ball. First pitch is a ball. Again, 3-1 Bethel. Under the lights here at War Memorial. Had rain earlier, but we finally got the game in. Second pitch is going to be smoke. Ooh, that is going to be fair.
Yeah, that's a fair ball. Right out of the bag.
So Kecoughtan's going to score.
Oh, man.
And he's going to
ran yourself.
Terrible base running. Terrible base running.
Man,
that run counts, though. So it's 3-2. They get the run. Oh, what a hit on down the left side. Oh, oh, man, that hurts. That's going to hurt, man.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt. So great piece of hitting by Husby. He gets the RBI, but the not so great base running.
To make the third out, third out at third base is kind of like a cardinal sin. You're already in scoring position. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, he's a young kid. I mean, it's kind of up to your third base coach to say, look, stop right there.
Yeah, exactly. He kept running. So they get 1. So it's 3-2 now, Bethel. So Santos gets out of it with, the lead is still at Bethel's advantage, but you could tell. I mean, they got to him a little bit that inning.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that ball being on the line, you're on first base, how you don't get the third base easily.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I know the ball's right in front of you, but
So we go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Bethel. Again, Antoine Tucker, some great decisions. Bringing Santos to get out of that jam. A couple good calls on base, a couple stolen bases, hit by pitches. I mean, so far so good for them. As Timmy Miller comes up for Bethel. Husby still on the mound. Good pitch. Strike 1. Outside. Sorry, a little inside on that one. 1-1 now. So this is where the coaches make their money, so to speak. Late in the inning, late in the game. Husby. Pitch, Miller, another base hit. That's his second hit of the night.
It's the second hit.
Middle. Timmy Miller. Bethel, looking at their roster, they don't have much power. Just a lot of guys who can get on base. They have a lot of speed. I assume Wessler is probably their big bat. Haven't seen much of them this year, but just reading about them, and it's little bunt Goes to first, gets the easy out, but Miller goes to second.
I like that play. I mean, we're thinking the same page. You know, the only problem with bunting there, you know, and I know it's right. I agree. Like I said, it's the right thing to do. But can the guys behind them?
Yeah.
Do you feel confident? You know, did they do the job? We're at the bottom of the lineup.
Right. Exactly.
You know, so when you start bunting 7, 8 guys, okay, you're bunting 7, 8 guys, and they did a good job. But the 8, 9 guys are coming behind them, and they're at the bottom of that lineup for a reason.
Exactly.
You know, so
can they bring you in?
Yeah.
So. Speaking of bottom
there
of the
you
lineup,
go, and that's why he did it.
Right.
We're going to see a good throw here at home plate.
They're going to bring Miller in. No, actually, they're not.
Yeah. Good job of holding him. That was smart. That ball was hit hard.
Yes, it was.
You know, and I didn't see Miller at second base, but from the angle you are at second base, you have to make sure that ball goes through. You have to freeze a little bit. So, you know, you think he's on second base and there's a base hit to right, he should score, and rightfully so. Yeah. But if that ball's caught and you're in third base, you look crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, so I'd much rather see him on third base with a chance of scoring instead of the dugout.
Yeah,
you know?
we've had a lot of plays at the plate tonight already.
And Tuck might try something else right here too with the bottom of his lineup right here on a base pass.
So Daniels, the DH, comes through, and this is Nick DeShong, the shortstop, who has had a great game in the field. He's also had a hit. So Miller's at third. And Daniels is at first on that great hit to right field. Outside by Husby. So I don't know, maybe he's trying to be careful here and maybe not pitch to him. Oh man, this could be a sacrifice here.
Oh, this could be a play at the plate. Let's see what we got behind that throw.
Oh, the Miller's too fast. He's gonna get in. The Miller gets in with his speed again. Did he touch it? Okay. So it's 4-2 Bethel. Great base running by Miller. Done a great job. As Hunter Roundtree, the center fielder, did all he could to get that ball down at the home plate, but Miller was just too fast and got there and scored. So it's 4-2 now Bethel in the bottom of the 6th. Here's that Wessler kid again, Nathan Wessler, the second baseman. First pitch is a strike. Oh, Wessler with a swing and a miss. So no balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Bethel with another run on the board. Husby's pitch is a swing and it's going to go in the back. It's going to be able to run to first, but they get it. So it goes to the top of the 7th, Wayne. This could be Kecoughtan's last shot. Santos is going to look to try to close this game out, and Bethel will move on to the semifinals if they can hold on for the win. I got it from him. I don't know if it's the order though. It's all over the place.
Miller went here.
Yeah, I know.
Sean.
Yeah, I know. So Santos looking to close this game out.
That second run is huge.
Yes,
huge.
Well, yeah, it was.
You know, I mean, that was. I think Tucker played it perfect. You know, trying to bunt that guy over and hold him at third base. And he did a good job. And Ethan's done a great job too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there hasn't been a play that throughout the whole game I'm like, why did he do that? That's just crazy. It's, you know, they have differences of opinions on how you play defense. You know, but the moves from both sides have been the right one.
Yes, sir.
You know?
That's right.
Well coached game, well played ball game. Good game to be up here.
And again, these teams know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just a matter of timely hitting. You know, you're gonna
executing.
Yep.
Fielding your position. the pitchers have had a lot of plays. They had a lot to do with the outcome of this game. Not the fact throwing the ball, but fielding the ball.
That's right.
Probably more so.
So we talked about the teams earlier. Bethel again, both teams have a lot of seniors. So senior leadership's going to come huge here with Santos on the mound. He's going against Roundtree. Hunter Roundtree, the center field, is going to lead off in the top of the 7th inning. Santos' first pitch is going to be low, ball 1.
I'm anxious to see which Santos we're going to see. Are we going to see the Santos that was the first couple innings, or the one that was in the last inning?
Well, from Bethel's standpoint, they hope it looks like right now that was a strike inside on the corner, but
he called that strike. I think he called that ball. He did call it a strike.
A swing and a miss by Roundtree. That's the second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
This tempo Santos got. If I was a hitter, I would step out, do something to break this thing up. He's just too comfortable on the mound. There you go.
Looks like it might be the Santos. The first came in the game.
Yeah. He might have shook that 1 inning off of whatever that was the last inning.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be back to doing what he does.
This is the shortstop, Dylan Updike. First pitch is a ball. Again,
Dylan's not even ready.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have been taken all the way. That's why he didn't step out. But as soon as these guys get in the box, the ball's coming.
That's right.
Dylan's doing right here. Take your time.
So 2 balls and no strikes. Santos gets the strike on now with 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, 4-2 Bethel. Santos trying to hold on. And like you said, when that last run was huge for Bethel. As Updike gets a foul ball on the right side. So 2-2. Now the new high school rules, as they're talking about in the box, pitcher can't play consecutive games. So, if Bethel were to move on, Santos wouldn't be able to pitch, I don't believe, until the regionals if they make it that far. But first things first, he strikes out Updike.
And, good little changeup. Yeah. That was a changeup. He's some good arm action in that thing. Good arm action.
So this could be it. This is number 36, Wyatt Slater, the second baseman. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. I'm sorry, the top of the 7th. First pitch is a strike by Santos. Oh, 0-2. And then, like you said, that pace by Santos is amazing.
He's hopping on, just throwing the ball.
He is.
Not thinking, which is great. Don't think.
Just play.
Just throw the ball.
0-2 pitch by Santos. I thought he had him. He fouls it back. Is Wyatt Slater just got a piece of it. Crowd gets hype here at War Memorial. Under the lights. 0-2 pitch. Slater's
hanging in there.
Slater's hanging in there. Yep.
And Santos is doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Go right after him. Go right after him. You got a 2-run cushion. He can hit the ball 500 feet. You're still winning.
That's right.
There you
Got
go.
him. Look at the enthusiasm. Enthusiasm.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. I love it. Hey, he deserves it. He's my MVP.
That's right. The way he came in with.
Oh man, yeah. Fun game. Fun game.
Final score here at War Memorial. 2 Peninsula District teams. Now it's called the Penn South Conference. Bethel beats Kecoughtan 4-2 here at War Memorial Stadium. What a game. Highs and lows.
Yep.
Star players stepped up. And usually in sports, Wayne, the best players have to step up and do their thing. And we saw Santos do that. Husby had a great game as well.
He did.
So we're going to sign off. Stay tuned for Nansman, River, and Hampton. That's the nightcap. But until then, I'm Wube Gabre along with my man.
A lot of fun, man.
My man, Wayne Gomes.
A lot of fun.
Appreciate you coming on, man.
No problem.
Expertise, man.
No problem.
And
let's do it again next time. We just have Phoebus out here.
Hey, if Phoebus, if you're listening, log on, man, to the YouTube LSC Sports YouTube. Watch this game. We're going to get some Phoebus baseball at War Memorial. I'm putting it out there. Let's get them here. But until then, we'll make a break. Wayne Gomes. See you next time.
All right.